recall, and I just want to give you an example so that you don't walk away with the thoughts that are in your head. I'm looking over to my right. I'm looking at the town attorney, Mr. Genova. You made an allegation, a very clear allegation, that Mr. Genova, as the town attorney, utilized his power and authority to obtain preferential treatment from the town Department of Planning and Development. Very clear, right?
I agree with that, and I feel that way.
Okay. Now, the problem with that is you have the luxury of saying that.
Yes, I
You
do.
could say it to the whole world. No one puts you to the proof. No one ever says to you, well, Mr. Rip, what do you mean by that? What proof do you have? They just print it. And so now it's out there, and Mr. Genova has to live with, in that, well, no, don't, let me finish. Mr. Genova now has to, is in that uncomfortable position of having to say, but I didn't. You know, it's tough. Now, you have the Genova file, am I correct?
I'm sorry, what do you mean by
You
the
have the Genova Building Department file?
I don't have a complete, I have what I foiled, which was specifically permits associated with his fence.
Okay.
That's what I have.
When you go through that file, the file has a 7-year history. Mr. Genova and the late Mrs. Genova, back in '07, began a process to add an addition to their home. They were subject to countless inspections. Every time a piece of work is done, there's an inspector's report corresponding to make sure the work was done. He paid an endless array of fees and things of that nature, all in compliance with the code. 7 years later, oh, by the way, he applies for a building permit, and it's rejected, and he's told to go to the zoning board of appeals. He goes to the zoning board of appeals, he gets a variance, he begins building, and he goes to this 7-year arduous process of complying with the town codes. There is not a scintilla, not a shred of evidence or any indication in that file whatsoever that Mr. Genova and Mrs. Genova, who since passed away, didn't comply with didn't dot every I and cross every T.